Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Before I do anything, let's see here. San Francisco, decent sized task force. You're gonna go down here because we're gonna get chilly. Let's see. Yep, that's the whole task force. That'll do. Missoula class. Which ones are those? Oh yeah, I remember. They're the heavy cruiser class designed between the Baltimore class and the St. Louis class. So, time for some battles. USS Denver of the Indianapolis class, only armed with 5-inch guns. Basically destroyer caliber. It's kind of almost like a sort of Atlanta class light cruiser going up against this thing. Alright, well, let's battle. Let's see, my range is not the greatest. Only 12.8 kilometers with AP. And is that semi-ballistic AP. So my pen is not amazing. It's gonna be either AP or I think maybe HE. It's gonna be the best bet. So we're gonna have to get close. Let's take a look at the enemy cruiser. Yeah, we're already in their main gun range. They do not carry torpedoes though, which is nice because staying out of torpedo range is just not an option. This is a pretty decent looking ship. I would almost, just looking at it, I would almost guess it was a human designed ship. Well, aside from this little gun here. Not bad, AI, not bad. The Italians also had a bunch of really nice looking light cruisers. There we are, finally in range. We are hitting. Okay, we are penning it. Damn. Alright. No identification made on the enemy ship. But I'm pretty sure it had very little armor. I was not expecting that to be so easy. Yeah, only 31 knots. Okay. So it's staying out of range and just pummeling me from afar with its 6.1-inch guns. It was just never gonna happen. It's very cheap though, 111 million. All of my DDs are more expensive than this. And then we have a couple of convoy battles. USS Brooklyn of the San Diego class and a couple of DDs facing off against 8 enemy DDs. French ones. I'm not exactly sure how good these are, but probably not bad. They are at least quite fast, 38 knots. Okay, that's a different class. But 7 of them are of the Barão class. 3 quad torpedo tubes, so 12 torpedoes per for the Barãos. 4,000 tons, that's a big DD. Let's go. Alright, Brooklyn will probably have to do most of the work. Brooklyn is already spotting the enemy. Now, do not launch torpedoes through the Brooklyn. Let's turn those off. Range is 24 kilometers. So, do you have torpedo range? Enemy has torpedo range. Here are the transports. These are the DDs. Are we firing at the transports already? Don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna kill the DDs first. Now let's turn, because I just assume they have torpedoes in the water. Meanwhile, my own DDs will get their torpedoes in the water. Maybe hit something, maybe don't. Probably won't hit much. Okay, yeah. The enemy DDs are just too fast. So the point my my DDs have to aim at to like lead the torpedoes. This one I had it target a transport, just too far away. There we go. And here come the enemy torpedoes. I spent way too long trying to find a good torpedo launch angle. But my DDs are mostly fine. I'm gonna have to take 1 month for repair, but that's okay. Now it's just the Brooklyn. Will my torpedoes actually score a hit? I don't know. Oh, and the Brooklyn is very low on ammo, because she was in a battle the previous month. Okay, I did score a torpedo. It was a dud, but it was a hit. So we were not too far off. That's already out of AP. Out of HG, I mean. But only controlling a single ship, I think it should be possible to dodge most of the enemy torpedoes, which will probably be on reload now anyway. Meaning I can get closer and put my secondaries to use. What kind of guns do you have? Little DDs. 5.1 inch guns. 2 singles and 2 double 4.5s. So that's the Bambara class. So these are the 5.1 inch guns up front, and then 2 double 4.5s at the back. It's also not really a bad looking ship. And 10 single 1.3s, which is what, 37 millimeters, something like that. No, less than that. main gun shells. There you go. One of these identified. Yeah, they do carry reloads for the torpedoes, and they are almost reloaded. Generation 3 radar, turbo electric drive. 0 armor. Which is probably why my AP shells are not doing that much. If my DDs had gotten their torpedoes underway sooner, so I could have turned them sooner and not eaten those return torpedoes, they would have been very useful in just gunning down the enemy DDs. Do not waste your main guns on the transports. I kind of need them. You can put the secondaries on them. While closing in. Okay, all out of main gun ammo. So we really have to get in close and brawl now. Which could be risky. You are gonna launch very soon now. There you go, you launched. You launched. Let's not be where those torpedoes end up. Yeah, I saw a splash here. Okay, so let's just take stock of the situation. All of these are bingo torps. You're out. You're out. Alright. Now it's just a question of getting into secondary range. Which we are managing. Both the 5-inch and the Bofors are proving very effective against DDs that have 0 armor. Like, if they had the maximum of 0.8 inches of armor, the 1.6 inch guns would be a lot less useful. I mean, it's not really so bad. If you remember that light cruiser battle at the beginning, if you remember, it was like 5 minutes ago. It also had 5-inch guns. So this this cruiser basically has one of those cruisers, one of those light cruisers strapped to each side of it. It's just not as fast. I think those 2 DDs might be able to get away though. There we go. Transports are dead. Senegalese. Next. Surrendered. And in this case, I really wished I could get enemy ships that surrender, because these DDs are not bad at all. I would not mind having them added to my my own navy. Are we gonna try and catch up to these guys? That's the cheaper DD class, probably an older ship, Generation 2 radar. I mean, that's still not bad though. 18-inch, 18 is kind of light. 19-inch, okay. The torpedoes are kind of light on the enemy DDs. Will we be able to catch up? Probably not, seeing as they are slower. We are actually getting closer though, because they're not sailing in a straight line. And in this case, I really wish I had just a couple more AP shells or HE shells for the main guns. We're not getting closer. And these DDs are far, far away. Yeah, breaking off the chase, letting them go. We're just gonna wait for the end battle thing. Which should be showing up pretty soon. Let's just wait for these to get at 25 kilometers. There we go, times 10. End. Alright, decent victory. 2 of them got away. But we killed 6 of these quite expensive Bambara class destroyers. Almost as expensive as the USS Brooklyn. Alright, second convoy. This could be exciting. The USS Ireland. Isn't it like St. Patrick's Day or something? Right about now? I think it is. Against a an Italian battlecruiser. They're quite evenly matched, just looking at the numbers. At least the numbers that we can see. Although it doesn't really tell me anything useful about the armor other than it being 15.5 inch at some place. So, I don't know. Let's go. Alright. USS Ireland. Are you gonna have to do this all by yourself? Maybe we can get some help from... no, let's send the DD home. because the enemy battlecruiser will probably focus it first and just kill it. And scoring torpedo hits on a single ship, that is quite maneuverable. It's very hard unless you get very close, which is very risky. There we go, that's the enemy battlecruiser. I'll deal with the transports later. Let's take a look at this thing. 11-inch guns have a range of only 23.9 kilometers. That means my torpedoes can actually outrange it. I still want to let my my own battlecruiser handle this, though. Yeah, it's got a case of too many random secondary guns all over. And probably not the greatest engine efficiency with only one funnel. There's room for one here also, but it's just not being used. Are we gonna score some hits? There we go. Ireland is also not fully stocked on ammunition, having seen battle in the previous month. Yeah, we are scoring hits. Not really big hits though, so this could actually have some armor. DD, get back here. I might have need of your torpedoes. Do not waste your HE shells, Ireland. We're gonna need those to kill the transports. I'm just not penning. A range of 17 kilometers. Should have 10 inches of armor penetration. It just does not seem to be enough. Which means this might actually have... there we go, a little bit of flooding. Let's slow down a bit. Get a better angle. Still no damage taken on my battlecruiser. Not even a single hit. Basically carrying this apart. On the enemy battlecruiser, 98% identified. Barão. Mark IV 11-inch guns, okay. So it's possibly an older ship. Standard quarters. Yeah, it's got armor, alright. It's got 12.3 inches of armor. And that seems to be the only thickness of plate they had. Apart from 15.5 on the aft deck. Now, if it had 15.5 on the main belt, that would be a better idea, I think. Gen 1 radar. Stereoscopic 5. Forced gear turbines 2. Not terribly impressive. Okay, let's turn back. Let's just send the DD back towards the transports. Don't think I'm gonna need to waste torpedoes on this. I think Ireland has this under control. Maybe I will waste torpedoes on this. Seeing as she's kind of kiting away from my battlecruiser. There we go, torpedoes away. 2511. You're not gonna hit my ship, right? No. We're safe. We're good. I don't think they're gonna hit the enemy ship either, because it will probably sink before the torpedoes get there. No? Maybe? Maybe not? Nah, they're just gonna miss. Close though. So it's gonna be a structure kill. Possibly. Secondaries are working it over now. Okay, you may fire your HE shells. Get it over with. 1%, 0.9. This was not a bad ship. Kind of lackluster main gun firepower and way too many secondaries. Which just end up making your ship take a lot of damage. Because you can't really put that much armor on the secondaries. But the transport fleet is in range. And the 12-inch shells are landing. So the battlecruiser target the furthest ones. Because the DD's about to make very short work out of this. Let's go more broadside. That was it. Alright. One enemy battlecruiser down. I thought it would be an even match. And it kind of was, because this was quite tanky, but it just didn't have the firepower. And the armor layout could be more optimized. Alright, that's it for September of 1952. Got quite a few ships moving around and about. Still not at war with the Japanese. Savannah, why are you... Oh, I sent you to port, didn't I? Hangzhou. There we go. Yeah, we are about to go to war with the Japanese. Should probably happen very, very soon. Did I send you guys to port also? I hope I did. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I think I sent them out of port and then realized, no, I've got a pretty good escort fleet here. That will link up with the two battleships in Xiamen. Yes, that was the thing. Alright, I remember now. Let's go to October, see what happens. Might get war with Japan. I think we probably will. Alright, war continues with France. That is nice. Also, I put a poll up in the community thing on my channel, so you can vote on which nation I'm gonna play next. So far, Russia is in the lead. Italy not far behind, and there's also Britain and Austria-Hungary. Yeah, war with Japan. French Admiral replaced. Italian subs are attacking my transports. They didn't sink any. Here we go. USS Constitution and United States facing off against more of these battlecruisers that had pretty impressive armor, but how impressive armor is that when faced with 17.5-inch guns? And a bunch of cruisers. Alright, let's do this. There we go. They have some ammunition. It's not a lot, but it's some. Enemy task force is like 30 kilometers away. Send my torpedo boats home. The DDs can stay. Gonna try and get some early launches. Cheyenne, I think I want to send you home. She took a torpedo in the previous battle. Alright, let's see. These are the battlecruisers. Did the light and heavy cruisers have torpedoes? I do not remember. Well, these are the battlecruisers. These are the heavy cruisers. Or lights. I think that's a heavy hull. Yeah. with a very light armament. No torpedoes on that one. It's also a very decent looking cruiser though. 18 6-inch guns. That's quite the firepower. Doesn't look like the light cruisers have any torpedoes. Let's have my battleships target their battle cruisers. DDs. I just want you launching torpedoes into the massive formation. Uh, 4506 took a hit already. You can just go home. There we go. All my torpedoes are in the water. And it seems again that I need my my battleships to just go alone, so they won't just zigzag. Okay, let's hope my DDs make it home without too much damage. And my battleships, I want to have you guys fire AP. My torpedoes are hitting. Ooh, 46. Took a big hit from something. See, my 7-inch guns are going through the heavy cruiser. They had one torpedo boat somewhere. That's the one. Let's just sink it first. Because I think that's the only torpedo carrying ship they had. And now it's dead. And of course my light cruisers are making pretty short work out of their light cruisers. I did score 5 torpedo heads actually from that volley. It seems the enemy ships are trying to pursue my DDs, which are just trying to get away. Let's get the thumbnail for today. And I think it's gonna be the light cruisers. That works. Yeah. Enemy light cruisers just do not have a lot of armor. Well, that's the end of the DD 46, alright. I think it will not be able to get away. And in naval arms race, torpedo DDs do not have smoke. And that's the end of DD 4604. Let's have my light cruisers target the enemy light cruisers. Should be fairly easy kills. My battleships do not care about their 12 inches of armor. Well, they did have torpedoes on something. What was that? With a torpedo. Not the battlecruiser. Oh no, the heavy cruisers do carry torpedoes, it's just underwater launchers. So I couldn't see them. We're gonna avoid those? Yeah, we are. Ah, Atlanta took one. I think from here on out, my battleships can carry this. Fama. Raimondo Montecchioli. I think. I think that's it. It went down. You can go to auto ammo selection now. Apparently, apart from the Constitution, should be firing AP at that battlecruiser, especially now that it's giving a broadside. See, isn't that much better? 8,000 damage, and pretty much a dead ship. Are you gonna flood out? Fama. No? Okay, fine. Back to the AP. What's that? Veloce. There we go. Dead. 7 inches of main belt. 2.6 main deck. no, I think it's still AP time for the battleships. Just enough armor for HE to not be very effective. And just enough armor for AP to not just cause over-penetrations. So that's, yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, these are hard to kill with like the 12-inch guns on the Ireland class, but actual battleship caliber guns, yeah, they don't really stand much of a chance. And another big battle. Oh yeah, more of these with the really light guns. 5 of them. Not much of a supporting task force, facing off against the South Dakota class battleships with 16-inch guns. So that could be an exciting battle, but that's for next episode. I will see you then. Goodbye, and take care.